Okay, so I kind of got some work done on the gates. So basically, before what would happen is when, hold on, when we collided with the gate, it would go over here and it would just run. So I had two maps, right? It would go if I collided at one of the gates, it would just load up the second map and only the second map, and I couldn't change that without changing it manually, right? But now, while it looks like the same thing, what it's doing, it looks like the same thing, right? But what's actually happening is when it collides with the thing, it looks around, it takes the ID of the current map, and then it links the gates together. So it goes over here, it gets all the JSON files, all the map data, it looks through all of them. If it looks through all of them, right? And it checks their name, right? Because in each metadata file there's a name. Over here there's twin leaf, over here there's two, this is just a test map, and then over here this new one I made, this is next, right? They just have random names. They're going to be more descriptive and fitting later, but for now, I'm just trying to make it functional. They're just random names. Anyways, so it checks that name, and if the name doesn't equal the current map name, so for example, we start off at Twin Leaf, it looks at the map names, and if it sees Twin Leaf as a map name, then it'll just skip it over. Because otherwise, we just load in Twin Leaf, we collide with the gate, we load in Twin Leaf again. It's not how we want to do it. We want it so that I collide with the gate, and I go to the next area. I don't respawn in the same area that I was already in, right? So it checks if you're so as long as your name isn't equal to the current map name, it'll just keep on going. It'll look through all the gates listed in said metadata file, and then from there it looks through all those gates and looks for the gate with the matching ID. So, for example, we start off in Twin Leaf, we collide with this gate over here, gate 1. It's the same cat girl icon. So, it looks through all the gates. So, it looks through, for example, 2. It looks through its gates over here. So, it looks over here. It looks for each of these gates. Right now, there's only one gate in there called gate 1. It looks through there, and it looks for its ID. Its ID in this case is 1, which is equal to the current map one, which is also 1. So basically what happens is it looks through all the maps, it looks through all the gates, it looks for the one with the matching ID, it finds it, and then it returns the name of the map, of the other map, right? So for example, we start off in Twin Leaf, it links us to 2, like, the second map. And it's like, okay, return the second map name, and then we go over here, and we set the new map, which is going to be 2. Right? So that's what happens here. It goes over here, we touch the icon, hold on. There we go. And then it's like, okay, we look around in all the metadata files, we look around for the proper map, we look around for the proper gate, and we find the right gate ID, and then we just switch it over. What makes this one easier, or better, is that I can easily link all these guys in a mesh. So this one is connected to this one, and then another gate over here is connected to this one, and so on and so on and so on. It's a lot easier now, right? What I can also do is at the click of a button, I can connect Twin Leaf and Next. So right now Twin Leaf and 2 are connected. That's why I go from one to the other, or I go whenever the game switches. Whenever it goes to another gate, right now we're in Twin Leaf. We go to the next one. We're in 2, right? These guys are connected. If I can change that though. So Twin Leaf's ID is 1. I can change this guy's gate ID to something else. So I'll just change it to 0, and then I'll go over here to Next, and I want to connect Twin Leaf and Next. So I'm going to change the gate ID of this to 1. What happens is, hold on, I missed it. There we go. We load into another map. Right, and it works mostly fine. There's one issue, actually 2 issues, is that it doesn't redraw all the new gates for Next's area, and the player can't move right now because it can't handle player animations, which I haven't coded in to work with dynamic maps, I guess. But that's something I can easily fix. So this is progress. If I wanted to polish it up a bit more and then show you guys, but I don't know. I'm kind of satisfied with what I did today. I might get to this later on in the evening or something, or maybe tomorrow. So yeah.